Okay, we just need.
You are on air.
Did Courtney get an invite this time?
Yeah, I invited them and they come in on that. I was on video hangouts.
Yeah. Last time we had a problem with that though, even though we thought we were sending them, they weren't coming through.
I sent the 3, so as long as you got it, they got the same thing.
I got mine.
Can you, from yours, can you send an invite? Or maybe.
Nope, she didn't get an invite. It should have a place for you to send another invite. Settings, what's this? Chat. No. Is there a place that you can send another one?
It's that plus person thing.
Yeah. We'll let you do that.
Yep, I just hit that.
Okay.
Let me see if this does it. 3 in Quayton, and says invitation is posted. Here she comes.
Hey guys. There you go. I looked on my homepage and I could see you guys talking, because it was broadcasting, but it wouldn't let me join the conversation. I started talking and then realized my camera wasn't on and it wasn't adding me into the conversation. It was weird.
That's a little bizarre.
Yeah. So if anyone is on the Google Plus, they can just watch it, even though I don't know. It's just weird, but whatever.
They can watch the conversation, but they're not part of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Random. Okay.
So here, let me ask you a question. I guess there was a thing about that question number 9.
Yeah, what was your question about it?
What was your guys' answer?
I don't even remember. I don't even remember what the question was.
Yeah, me neither.
It was a question that said that there was, I quit. I hate this when it switches me from around. There we go. So the question said that they had posted the numbers for their class to find out the average student's age.
Yes.
And it started out 18.
It was the one that had a couple 18s, 19s, and random numbers, right?
Right, and then what they forgot is about their 4th number, they put it.
Oh yeah, they put 12 instead of 21.
Instead of 21.
Yeah.
And they asked if you corrected that number and made it was supposed to be a 21 instead of a 12, would it change the median?
No.
And that's what I put. I marked no, and it marked me wrong. It said it should stay the same.
I don't think that, because I think that because if median, you're adding all of the ones, on both sides. You're adding the one and you're crossing them out to get to the very middle, right?
Correct.
Right. Crossed out one less on the lower side.
It would have shifted it a little bit, but not much.
It would have shifted it a little bit lower.
But you didn't cross it out. You replaced it. So you didn't put 12. You put 21.
So probably the answer was, because I got that one wrong too. The answer was, without the data, we can't tell. We don't know what it would do. That was the answer.
But for me, I think you can, because as long as you don't change those 2 middle numbers, it doesn't matter what the value is.
But you don't know if that is one of the 2 middle numbers.
Well, it said it was the 4th number that they put in.
But they gave you the range, guys.
They gave you, yeah, they gave it. We had all the numbers. It was just shifting the numbers.
If it wasn't one of the middle number, it wouldn't have shifted it.
So there could have only been yeah, I guess.
Come on.
What did the teacher tell you? Did she ever answer you?
She didn't. So from my understanding, there was 100 numbers. It's not like we took a number out. We just replaced one of those numbers.
Yeah, I don't know.
And the one before it, there was two numbers that were 21, and then it went clear down to 25. So for me, I was to the impression that unless you change those 2 middle numbers, as long as you have 100 numbers, there's going to be equal number of slots on both sides still.
Yeah, it should. It should just Well, and we had, that was the one that there were a couple 18s and a couple 19s and everything, right?
Yeah, even before the 12.
Right.
And then the next number after the 12 was a 21. So
it shouldn't have made a change because it should have stayed, the mean should have stayed the same because you have multiples of 18s and 19s. Because you had multiples of those, it should have left the number where it should be, where it was.
well the mean moved because of the number went up,
Right.
from 12 to 21, because that's an average number. But the median didn't shift.
Okay. Did you
Because
know?
Because you didn't go from 100 numbers to 99 numbers. It was still the same. It just changed the value, and the median didn't. In this particular case, the median doesn't matter about the value.
Right. So I know you posted it on the discussion board for her.
I know it was a little bit kind of a. I was trying to get the answer without acting stupid.
Well, this is what I would do because I think we're all like really not quite sure about it, and I think we all got that one wrong because I think I got that one wrong because I know I got one wrong. And I think it was that one. I wonder if we should get that one, find it, and email it to her directly rather than going through the discussion board, because sometimes with the discussion board it gets skipped without intentionally skipping it. I wonder if we should email her about it.
And that's why I was kind of being kind of vague on that discussion board because I wasn't sure that we were supposed to be doing kind of that stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Hey guys,
Maddie.
sorry, I was like in the chem lab freaking out. So
You're good. We haven't started anything yet, so we kind of discussing some of your questions.
So Madeline, I'd called Madeline on that answer.
Right.
Did you, Madeline, on that number 9? Did you actually get that right?
let me pull it up 1 second. Sorry, I looked at the time. I was like, shoot, my meeting. So I had to rush. Okay, it was the homework for lesson 3, right?
Yeah, number 9.
Yes, I did. Oh. Wait, when the error is corrected, what will happen to the sample median, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one right.
What did you put?
It is not possible to determine this without the full set of data.
That makes sense to me, because if you don't know, the median could have originally been between an 18 and a 19, and then when they corrected it, it would have been between a 19 and a 19. So it would have gone from 18.5 to a 19, you know? Like it just depends on what data is in the middle, so that makes sense.
No, because there was 100 numbers.
Right, but you don't know if you don't know what they were.
Because you don't have every single number, so you can't figure out what the median would be.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think because the median doesn't matter about the value. The number 12.
It does, though. It matters what all the different values are because you line them up in order of smallest to largest. And if you have a 12 over here on this end and it ends up over on that end, then the middle number shifts one. That's why.
Right.
Right, but you see, there was already a 21 in there, so you knew that the 21 still fell on the one side. So unless you change the very 2 middle numbers, it will stay.
But it's not. You can't just rely on the first 4 numbers. You have to use all 90 or 100 numbers that you have, because the first 4 numbers, they might have a different median than the rest would have.
He's not. Yeah.
Because if you go onto YouTube and you watch a video on it, they actually do a demonstration where they replace it. Like the guy made a mistake and put a 3 instead of a something, and it's kept the median being the same. So I'll just have to talk with her and see what. Because that was my next guess was that, and then I called you and talked to you and.
Yeah, sorry, I was a little. I think I was just a little distracted when you called me. I wasn't being a very helpful person. I'm sorry.
I still would either email her or email the TA. The TA might be able to help you walk through it.
I guess my thing is even though they don't give you the full number set, I still think you can figure it out.
Yeah.
Because you didn't really change. Because the median will still be at whatever it's going to be because you didn't actually replace like a value. So like
You didn't replace a value, but you changed the number, which will change where, like, if you have, like, the first four numbers, they're ordered from least to greatest. That 12 would be the smallest, but if you change that to 21, it would end up in the middle, which would change the whole order.
No, because when you replace the 1, it shifts it to the right, and then when you put it back in, it shifts it back to the right. So it just shifts it both. You replace the number, it pulls it out. That shifts it the one way. Then you put it back in, and it shifts the other way.
But you're not pulling it out. There's still the same amount of numbers. You're just like swapping it, just think of it as you're swapping the 12 and the 21. Does that make sense?
Right. What you have is you have 48 slots on the left and 48 on the right. Right? So if we're acting like it's a weight thing, let me the pendulum or whatever.
The median, it's reliant on the order of the data set. So I have numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. But if I switch out 2 for like 5, it would go 1, 3, 4, 5. So that would change which number the median would be.
Okay, I'll find my paper. I stayed up one late night and tried to figure this out, so maybe I don't have it no more. Maybe it's a good thing.
Here, John, let me just try to explain it this way. So you have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 3 would be the median, right? Because that would be the middle number. Okay.
But you just a second here.
Okay.
Go ahead and go on to something else. Hello.
Okay, well, he goes on to answer his phone. So I'm confused. I guess we just need to decide in our group what we want to do as far as the part 2 on homework stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because one place it says do it together, and then the other place it says make sure you go through this beforehand and then talk about it.
That's weird because I didn't ever see that like you were saying, so I've never like done the part 2. But
so I guess the question we want to decide is that how long do we want our group meetings to go for? And do we want to walk through the part 2 every step of it, or do we want to come and review it and talk about it? What do you guys want to do?
Maybe. I say, I don't know.
I would think if you have questions, then yeah, let's go over them.
Yeah, like if we have questions, then go over. But if not, then it's not necessary.
Okay, that's kind of what I think. Because I felt like this one was pretty straightforward. Did you guys?
Okay, I'm on a phone call, okay?
yeah.
Okay, bye.
We're not even really into like SPSS at all, right? Like, am I missing something? Because I feel like we haven't really used SPSS yet.
No.
Okay.
And everything I got from SPSS, they gave a little bit of instruction on it, and it was simply the numbers are there, and it's like you tell the system how to create the graph you want it to do. You don't have to calculate or do anything. You just have to know what the instructions are to do it.
Mm-hmm. So then should we go on for the quiz?
Hold on, can we answer John? I don't know. I'm like really set on helping
Answer John's question.
John. Yeah. Okay.
Answer
So
that
John.
quiz.
So John, we have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. 3 would be the median of that data set. If you take out 3 and put 6, you'd have 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. So then 4 would be the median. So that changes the median. But if you had all these other numbers that you can't, like you don't have all the data set. So there's no way to know what the median would be because it's not just for numbers 1 through 4, it's 1 through 99. So you would have to have every single number.
Okay, just let me write this on a piece of paper because I had this worked out the other day, and So let's just put 10 boxes down here. Okay. So didn't they gave us the answer as being that in the first box was the number 18, right?
Okay.
I'll pull it up and
Actually, it was actually because of what the mistake, that first box would have been 12, right?
Right.
Because even though it was the third number they collected, it was because they had collected the wrong number. It put it in the first spot, right?
No, it's because it's the lowest value. When you find the median,
Right. It was the lowest value. It should have been 21, but it got put in as 12.
correct.
So then it went 12, 18, 20, 21, and then it went dot, 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 clear up to 99, and the last box was 25.
Right.
Okay, so if we just have 10 numbers, if we count from the outside, the two middle boxes are going to be because it's an even number, right? So let me, can you see this? I don't know.
How do I stop screen sharing? Oh, I did. Just kidding.
So I have a thought, John, because I just looked at the question again. So one thing that you got to take into account when you're looking at this is that when you fix that 12 and you make it a 21, that means that there's two 21s. So there's no guarantee that the rest of the numbers aren't repeated again. So you don't know, you don't have enough information, like they were saying, you don't have all the numbers from 0 to 100 to make that determination of what your median and everything are going to be, because you don't know if any numbers are repeated.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're probably all mostly repeated, because between 18 and 25, if there's 100 numbers, they're mostly going to be between. Yeah.
Yeah, but most of it, there were numbers that were repeated, and so because you know that much, you know you don't have enough information to make the necessary answer.
Right.
Does that make sense, Sean, or is that still confusing?
You know, it would make sense if the next number in line wasn't 21.
Right, but that means you have two 21s. Because the top number was a 21 with a female, and then the one that was incorrect was a male that was supposed to be 21 that you needed to correct. So that means you have two 21s.
And that's fine. But what I'm saying is they were like in the first 4 or 5 slots of the.
But I don't think that. Do you think they were actually the first 4 or 5 slots, or that was just for the numbers?
4950. So what you're saying is that you don't believe that they might have been numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but they might have been not listed as that?
They weren't in numerical order. They weren't already in the valued order. That was just what they had collected. They just said, okay, you're 12, you're 21, and then, you know, at spot 30, they're 18, but they haven't arranged it in the order.
Because I was understanding it as being that was the order they collected them in.
Well, yeah, that's the order they collected them, but when you're finding the median, you have to arrange it in numerical order.
Yeah.
So that would change the order in which they collected it.
But the way they listed it down the side, it looked like it was in numerical order.
No, it was just the order they collected it in.
Yeah, it wasn't arranged the way you needed it to be arranged. That's where the confusion comes from.
That makes more sense.
So.
To me.
Because because if they would have told us the order, so if they would have gave us the whole list of 100 numbers and then the order they collected them in, it wouldn't have mattered if that 18 or the 20 would have been flip-flopped, as long as it wasn't the two middle numbers in the middle.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, that's their little trick. Okay.
But the thing is, well, yeah, no, never mind. It would just make it more confusing if I said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have more questions about that one?
I think we've beat it pretty good.
Okay. Let's go to the quiz.
Okay.
So I can get back to killing myself over chemistry.
Yay! I'm so glad I never take that class.
So Madeline,
I just have a big test tomorrow.
Oh.
So take this one for a good beat up. So let me see. I gotta see you guys here. So this last, so for my prerequisites, I had to retake these 6 classes,
Right.
and one of them was biochemistry.
Oh yeah.
So
That's a bad
one. The
Biochem is interesting.
So the prerequisite for biochemistry is that you have to take 3 semesters of organic chemistry.
Yeah.
But because I'm a non-matriculating student, I was able to just to get into the class.
Oh really?
So take that one for figuring out how to get through that without having any chemistry experience.
Oh.
Yeah.
I missed an A- by 3 points.
Oh.
So
I'm just glad I don't have to take those classes.
Yeah, well, they're not that bad. I just stress easily over simple things, so
I hate chemistry.
I hate it when I don't get the answer right.
All right. Is everybody into the group quiz?
Oh, I'm not yet. I got horsing around.
Well, the first one's number 1 and 2 are easy. They should be
I missed the last one.
on 1 and 2. Oh well, yeah.
Never mind.
I'm like, you missed that. Yeah. Okay.
Why won't my page scroll? What is going on here? Oh, there we go.
You get it?
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay. I'll start if you guys are ready.
All right.
Number.
Does somebody want to screen shoot? Do you want to screen shoot that?
No. I think we're all seeing the same thing, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so the total area under a density curve must equal 1.
Yep. Okay. Under certain
Wait, sorry. Can you say that one more time? I totally was.
No, that's
spacing.
okay. Number 3, the total area under a density curve must equal 1.
Right.
Okay.
Now, is it a true or false? I'm not even in my iLearn yet. Is it true or false?
Number 3 is a fill-in.
John, do you see my screen?
Just a second. I'll pull up your screen here.
Oh. All right, John, did you get in?
Okay, here we go. Okay. So number 3, the total area of the curve needs to be equal to 1. Yes. Okay. So I'm number 4. So under certain circumstances, a density curve can drop below the x-axis, and that's false. And the reason that, yeah, everybody knows the reason why, right?
Yeah.
Okay. A normal density curve is symmetric. True.
True.
Okay, following image. I need to zoom out. I can't see. Okay, I'm going to have to admit to you guys, I've been doing Chem like all day, so I haven't had a chance to go through the individual prep or like the notes.
Well, Z-score.
The z-score is going to be that c.
Yeah.
Okay.
And everybody knows that z-score, what that is. That's basically, instead of being like 1 standard deviation when you find the z-score, it tells you where actually.
That's right.
So if it happens to be between 1 and 2, if it's like 1.6, then that's where that value is at 1.6 standard deviations.
So yeah, because that's how the z-score is per each standard deviation, and because it's like a perfectly symmetrical one, it's 1, right?
Let's see.
But if it was anything like off, or is it just because of like? Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, we ready for 7?
Do you still have that screenshot? I can't get into my
Oh, yeah,
iLearn.
I can do that.
I'm getting screwed up here on this, and I don't want to.
Actually, hold on.
That's
Okay.
okay, Maddie. I had a tutoring appointment for bios for this class today at 5,
Uh-huh.
and the tutor canceled on me. So like, yeah. So I was
Canceled
like-
on you?
Yeah, like he canceled the appointment. Like I set it up under like the available time, and he had canceled on it. So I've kind of skimmed some stuff, but like I've taken this before, but I was just like, seriously.
I would say,
Yeah.
if I were you, I would send a message to the head of the tutoring department.
Yeah. I was just like really frustrated because like I had planned that whole hour to like study with him.
Yeah.
Go over all this stuff, so it was just like
Well, and the nice thing is that right now this is still review, so it makes
right.
it. You know,
So I feel like I can kind of remember what I learned in like the math 108 and the other one, but like
you kind of fudge your way through it.
yeah.
So, okay, number 7. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Which of the following elements of the figure represent the probability that the z-score will be greater than 1? So, which of the following elements of the figure represent the probability that the
I don't
z-score?
understand what that's asking. Was that
I'm not sure what it's asking either.
So
Anybody
are they
understand
just
what
looking for the? Are they just looking for the data that's going to be above the number 1?
I think
So
so.
anything, that's gonna be anything greater than the z-score. So it's that little spot where B is at.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's
the probability?
yeah. So if it was less than, it would be the -1 from
Right.
that red line to the left.
More, it's going to be the B area.
No.
Yeah, I would say it's the B.
You should just
Okay.
Okay, according to the 68, 95, 99.7 rule, what proportion of the data from a bell-shaped distribution will be within 1 standard deviation of the mean? And that's 68%.
P-value.
Oh, hey, Madeline, are you?
It's kind of
There you go.
Okay, which one? That was the 68, 95, 99 rule, right?
So 1 standard deviation is the 68%, 2 deviations is 95, and then 3 standard deviations is 99.7.
So 1 standard deviation will be 68%.
Yep.
Okay, who's on number 9?
Okay, suppose the z-score comes from a standard normal distribution. Use the normal applet to answer this question. What proportion of the values from this random variable will be between -1 and 1? Give your answers as decimals accurate to 3 decimal places. If the answer was 0.389, it would be 0.389.
What?
Yeah.
The applet was something he showed in the videos that you can find online or on your smartphone or something.
Right, but like what variable? It's not giving us any variable.
No, that's what's... Just a second, let me ask my husband, because he's brilliant and knows this. Hold on. Colin! Let me go find him. 1 second.
Well, scroll up to that. Go up to that.
Okay, so it's saying, okay, if it's a normal, standard normal distribution, what proportion of the values from this random variable will be between 1 and -1? So that's within that.
They're looking for the area. They're looking for the area between. So if you'll, Madeline, if you go up to the question before where it's got the arch, the distribution. Scroll up to like, yeah, keep it right there. So when it says the area is 0.84. So
Yeah.
they're on the question. I believe the question that we're on number 9 is saying what is the area value going to be between that -1 and 1? So it's going to be the blue section.
That's between red lines.
That's between the red lines, right? And it already tells us up there it's 0.84 based upon.
Well,
But
is it?
except that z-scores are set up to reflect the number of standard deviations from the mean.
Right.
So plus or minus 1 would be 68%. Minus 2 would be 95. Plus or minus 3 would be 99.
And that makes sense because it's a 68, 95, 85, 98.7 rule, right?
Why are they asking for the proportion of the values?
Because points would be 0.680.
Then why would we need the applet to answer the question?
Because they're just trying to give you a tool to do it with.
Yeah, I mean you can use the applet if you want to, but it should return you that same value.
Okay.
Right, that same value, because it's negative 1 to 1, that middle section should be still the 68%. So it should be 0.680 for the answer with that one?
Yeah.
Num
Number 9 should be 0.680. Probably shouldn't be saying.
So on your number 8, Madeline, put 0.680.
On 9 though, right?
yes.
Oh, number 9, sorry. If it's negative 2, then it's going to be that 95%.
Right.
And number 11 is going to be
0.997.
So before you submit this, just pop on the applet and just double check it. But those are the numbers that it should be.
The applet is really
Wait.
weird.
Can you repeat what 10 and 11 were?
10 is going to be the 0.950.
And then
And
11
then
will be 0.997.
yeah, correct.
Okay, so it's like the further it goes out, it follows
Now,
along
did she say to get-
690.
Yeah, it
So
includes more of the values.
So up on number 9, she says, give your answers as decimals accurate to 3 decimal places. So if it's
No.
0.997, is it going to be 0.99?
Nope, because that's why we added the 0 on number 9. 680, 950, 997.
Yeah.
It has to do with
So we're
significant
good?
figures.
So we don't have to round the 7 up to something. Okay, good. You're good. It matches the 68, 95, 95, 98, 7 rule.
He's checking that really quick, and let's go on while he checks it. Right? You're checking. He's checking. He's verifying we're right.
Sweet.
Okay, look carefully at your answers to the last 3 questions. What do you observe? As the z-score increases, the area between negative z and z decreases. The probabilities double as you move from z1 to z2, or the value matches the 68, 95, 99.7 rule. I think it's the last one.
The values match this 99.7 rule?
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. That's my, I mean, looking, even if you just go up and look at the bell curve, that's what it matches.
Yeah, it's a very normal distribution.
Very. So. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, that is right, you guys.
I mean, so a couple of things I saw online, it was like 34.1%. So, I mean, but 0.002 of a point if they're marking that.
9, 10, and 11 are right. He double checked them.
Okay, cool.
So, okay, 13. Who's on 13?
I'll read it. The amount of protein that an individual must consume is different for every person. There are solid theoretical ideas that suggest that the protein requirement will be normally distributed in the population of the United States. The protein requirement is given in terms of the number of grams of good quality protein that must be consumed each day per kilogram body of weight. So gram, p, kg, -1, d, and 1. The population means protein requirements for adults is 0.6 grams protein kilogram times, what's the d, distribution?
Yeah.
Okay, and the population standard deviation is 0.07 grams per protein kilograms. Use this information to answer questions 14 through 17. I'm guessing actually 13 through 17.
You would think.
What proportion of the population have a protein requirement that is less than 0.6 grams protein at kilograms per distribution? Give your answer as decimal accurate to 3 decimal places.
How do you look like you haven't slept?
I haven't. I'm really tired.
So I take the, I believe we take the
I'm in a
0.60,
group meeting.
subtract the 0.66, divide it by the
Yeah, I'll
standard
see you at 9.
of 0.07, and it gives us the z-score.
Hey, do you want your stuff in there?
I come up with a z-score of negative 0.57.
Okay.
Okay, and then I believe we have to take that value and take it over to applet.
Yeah.
Is that? Let's get the z-score right first. Is it for number 13 the z-score? What did everybody get?
Just a second. So the population standard deviation is 0.07.
The mean?
60.
Population. So
Okay.
protein.
What did you say your z-score was again on that, Josh?
I have negative 0.857. If you want to round that 7 up to 8, I guess you could do that.
Okay. No, that sounds right.
Because what I did is I took the 0.60,
Uh-huh.
subtract it from the 0.66,
Right.
and then I divided that by 0.07, and it gives me 0.8571. So I just left it as 0.857.
Mm-hmm.
And then while we're here, I just went down and went ahead and did the number 15, the z-score
Okay.
for that. Because we're going to have to go over and punch these. No, that 0.857 is not the right answer. That's the z-score. We've got to go over to applet and find the proportion that belongs to that that's less than that.
I'm really wishing I had paid attention to, well, I had read the lecture.
Yeah, me too.
Because
So
I
I
have
took
no idea what you guys are talking about.
0.70
Up to this point.
Yeah.
and divide that by 0.07. I come up with a z-score that's 0.571 for number 15.
For 15.7571?
Yes.
Okay.
But that's not the answer, right?
That's just the z-score. Now we got to go over to applet and put that z-score in, and then on 13 we need to mark the values on the very left, and on 14 we got to go to the right, and then on 15 we need to punch that z-score in and then go to the left.
Okay.
So here I go.
You got it?
Boil some chicken.
Did you go over to applet then?
That's where I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying to go there.
Okay. Here. I was trying to find, because he said there was an app for it too.
I have it up on my browser.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So can I? How do I screen share my? Okay, just a second. I've got to.
Yes.
I've got. So do you guys got applets up, or you?
Yeah, I've got apples
Wait.
up.
You got applets up. Oh shoot.
So which one of these do I pull up?
Should be one.
Did you hear what he said? He said, don't visit porn sites while you're on campus.
Wait, what?
The teacher or something like, don't visit any porn sites.
Okay.
He's like, so.
So for that number, we're number 13, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna put in the z-score as being on the bottom left. It says z-score of negative 0.857, and then I'm gonna unclick the right side on the far side of the one,
Where's the applet?
which is gonna give me 0.1587. Is that
John,
what you guys got?
Are you going to pull up your screen share so we can see your applet page? I think if you do that little green button with the arrow in it, I think that does it. The screen that has the arrow. On the left.
Go to the left side of your screen, and like a little toolbar should show up, and then you click on a green screen with the white arrow in it, and you should be able to show us what you are seeing.
Okay.
Did you get it, John?
Just a second here. Is it sharing? Is it showing you now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in this value right here,
Mm-hmm.
if I put in 1 point, no, so because it's already negative on that side, 0.857, and instead of this spot here was highlighted first, but unhighlight that, and then that gives you the value right here that you need. That's less than that.
Okay.
But your z-score on the left changed back to -1.
Yeah, you got to change the z-score again. And make sure it's negative, because it was you have to type in a negative on that side.
Isn't it already negative?
It was a negative point. Just put a dash before that.
Okay. How's that number look?
Hey,
0.957.
So it would be 0.196. No, yeah, 0.196.
Yeah.
Three faces.
Correct.
It's 3 6 bigs.
196 on
and then we take away this right there, and then for the next question they want this area.
Okay.
So it's the same.
Let's just make sure. Yeah.
14 is everything from the red line on the left up.
So you'd
And
click
right
on the
here?
center as well.
Click on both of them.
So it's
804.
0.80.
04.
And then we will click in this one right here, 0.571. Take out that. Oh, shoot. And this is our new number.
Okay, so then the only question I have is, how did you get those initial z-scores? Because you said for number 13, you had.
But wait, sorry, you go and then I'll ask.
Okay, because
So the formula for the z-score is z equals the value that you're looking for
right.
minus the mean
Okay.
divided by the standard deviation.
Divided by the deviation. So the value that you're looking for is the 0.6 minus the 0.66 divided by the 0.07. Okay, thank you. That makes sense.
So wouldn't you click on the far left side because it's asking what is less than 0.70 for 15?
Yeah, I can't see. So it's asking what's less than. Yeah, if it
Yeah.
was less than,
Same.
you go over here.
Because it's a normal distribution.
Yeah, normal distribution is going to be the
So it's
same.
be
So
negative. Oh, it's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, but the area would still be the same number, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
correct. It's
Okay.
the same area because the two
Can't
z
get
values
negative
are the same.
area, it's just a negative z-score, which makes sense.
So 0.571 for this one. Okay, everybody good?
For
15 is 0.571.
I thought
No,
it was
it's
0.4.
0.284.
It's a 0.571 with a z-score.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, sweet.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Find the probability that a randomly selected person will have a protein requirement that is between 0.60 and 0.70 grams of protein. Remember to find the area between two values, shade to the left of each z-score you calculate, and then subtract the smaller area from the larger area. Make sure that your answer is positive. Okay, so we need to find... So the 0.6 z-score...
Don't you take the z-score for the 0.60 and subtract it from the z-score of the 0.70?
So would it just be...
It's all the same thing.
4-1.
Okay.
So would it just be like the 0.284 minus the 0.196?
Hey, John, do you think you can share your screen again if you're doing the applet?
Yeah.
So if you subtract the 0.284 from the 0.196, it's like 0.08.
Well, I don't think you subtract the area values.
No. What? What?
Do you guys have the homework for
For 5?
yeah, there was one of them that
The preparation assignment, is that the one or the homework?
I'm trying to think if it's the preparation one where they had us do a deal and they said that you might have to teach your students how to do it because it was you had to subtract the numbers.
Well, so there's number 6 is the first one, and then like the second part of number 6 is if a student scores a 10 percentile, what would their corresponding z-score be? Is that the one you're talking about, or is there another one?
It's a okay. Okay, let me see if I can pull up the. Can somebody pull up the answer key for
The homework?
Wait, did we finish the group quiz and I missed it?
No.
We're on number 15.
We're on 16.
Okay. I was like, what the?
Question on homework.
I thought we got 15.
Okay, so I'm gonna unscreen share mine.
Did we do 15?
No, that's what we're working on still.
Okay, I put 0.284.
No, we're working on 16 now.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the preparation, so is somebody pulling up the preparations assignment?
Oh, I thought you said the homework.
No, the preparation.
Pull up the answer key for the preparation assignment.
All right, I got it. What number are you on?
Go to the question. Go to the question where it says. Here, go ahead and screen share that, and let's see if we can. I might be able to scroll through that better because it doesn't. It's like question 1, ABC, and then it goes part 2.
Part 2 is like 6, and then A is about proportion.
All right, so let me just screen share that with you.
You're probably talking 7.
Okay, so can you see my screen?
I think it's number 7, B and C you're looking for.
Huh?
Yeah, what is the probability the randomly selected particle will have a speed over 2,500?
Nope. Keep going. Keep going down through there.
Okay.
It's E. What is the probability that a randomly selected particle has a speed that is between? Is that the one you want?
Between 1,500 and 1,800.
25, yeah, it'll be 1,500 and 2,500. That's what they've got on here. It's E. 17.
Right. So it says we subtract the probability that x is less than 1,500, and
Right.
so they show you taking the z-score for the one and subtracting it from the z-score of the other. Is that correct?
Right.
So I guess the question I have is do you take the two z-scores that we have and subtract them from each other and then find?
Oh, you don't know where to find it? Here, I'll show you.
So you don't just subtract the 60 from the 70?
Go to Google.
That's what it seems like to me, and I don't know why I'm thinking that.
Okay, so
What is it called? You get it?
Mm-hmm.
I'd save it to your.
Make like a bookmark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So for me, this number, what is it? Question number 6. Are we on 16 right now?
we're on 16.
It kind of seems to me that 16 is asking a similar question like this, right? Because they're asking what's between 6.60 and 7.0, right?
Right.
Right.
And so what they did is they had 1,500 and 2,500, and how they figured this out is subtract the probability that x is less than 1,500 so one of them, they've basically taken those z-scores, didn't they?
That's what it seems like.
They took the
Cooking. Oh, it's taken.
I know.
Oh, okay.
So they took the z-score of 2,500 and subtracted it from the z-score of 1,500 to give you a new z-score, right? A 0.5698.
Yeah.
So should we not take the z-score from 0.60, which was negative 0.857, and subtract that from 0.571?
That sounds like the right thing to do.
And so that gives us a new value of negative 1.4243. So negative 1.43.
Things it says it's got to be positive. In the thing it says, remember, it has to make sure your answer is positive.
Yeah. I think you just take the bigger number and subtract it by the smaller number. Because it's between those two values.
That's what it's, and that's what I think, because when you look at this, they've got the 1,500 times 2,500 in parentheses, and it equals the probability of 2,500 minus the 1,500, and whatever it equals from there.
Right.
And
So are you guys suggesting that we take the 0.571 and put it in first?
Yeah.
And then subtract it from the 0.857 negative?
No, just make them both positive. You just go 0.857 minus 0.571. I think that's what it is. But I could be wrong, but that's what makes sense to me. So those are the two z-scores, and so then you have the probability of in between them. But
So you're saying it's 0.286?
yeah.
Because that makes sense, because even if you put in the negative z-score of negative 0.857, there's going to be a negative one on the one side, and then there's going to be a positive on the other side.
Oh. I think it's 0.286.
0.286, but do we have to do it? Do we have to take that value and put it? We don't have to put that anywhere, do we?
No.
So that's our number then.
Mhm.
So 16, the answer is, that's the proportion, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go with you on that one.
so 0.286
Yep.
is what we're going with.
Yeah.
Am I still screen sharing?
No, that's me. Here's my screen.
Who's giving me Taco Bell? That makes me hungry.
Now 17. Who's up? We've got 17 and 18.
Okay. Find the
Find the 35th percentile for protein requirements for adults. So the 35th percentile is everything like 35 and under, right?
Well,
Yeah.
so what you do is you take the 0.35%, the percentile 0.35, and put it up in Applet. Let me see if I can get Applet up again. So up here, what was the number? 0.35? Would you put 0 on that too, or just 0.35?
I just do the 3.5, the 0.35.
And does it say in?
It's not showing your applet yet. You haven't done a screen share.
Oh.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I'm coming. Okay.
There we go. Okay.
If we put 0.35 there, right?
Mhm.
And we click down here. That's going to give us the z-score.
Okay.
I need
So is it
like,
35% of what?
more food because
Protein requirement for adults.
fasting.
I don't understand why you have the area
Your
selected
ketone
as
breath.
35.
The
When you
ketone
want
breath.
just one of the blue
Your
selected,
body has like it's already eaten
Because
up.
they
like,
ask us about the
whatever, so
35
it's your
percentile,
ketones
right?
right,
and
wouldn't you want
two
just the blue selected on the left-hand side because it would be from the bottom up?
breath, because the ketones that are the body's using. I learned this in
Is that going to change area numbers?
No, I learned in nutrition. It's cool
So if
stuff.
I put 0.35 in there,
Good
right?
thing, but it's a bad thing.
Yeah, you're eating
Down
fat,
at the
but
bottom.
you
Right.
don't have enough energy. You should get some food or something.
I haven't eaten.
Is it bad that I'm like literally copying Baxter's because we're in the same labs? I'm just like
No.
copying it. Okay, I'm just like.
So I put 0.35 in there, and the is that right? Is that better?
That looks better.
So then what is the question asking? It says what's in the 35th percentile?
Yeah, it says find the 35th percentile for the protein requirement for adults.
So this area right here is the 35th percentile.
Okay.
That's the area. So this is the number we need, this z-score right here,
Which is what?
0.385.
Okay.
And then they want the next question, number 18, asks for what value? That's 75th?
80th. 80.
80th. Okay, and so 80 should include
It'd just be 0.8.
Yeah, it would be 0.8.
0.8.
It should include.
Does that look good?
I don't know if this is right. I don't know if we're doing this part right. I don't feel like this is what I remembered with doing percentiles.
How do we do that?
Was it the 75th percentile?
80th.
80th, but I don't think that you use applet to figure it out.
There you go.
Because that gives us 0.842.
Correct.
Right?
So if let me pull up the directions for how to get that from our homework, just to make sure we're doing it right.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
What was the 35th percentile? Is 0.35.
385.
385.
So what's the mean? 6.6. Standard deviation is 107.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's the directions for this percentile thing.
Okay.
It says if you're wanting to know, it says find the z-score that corresponds to the 90th percentile using the applet. Click on the areas under the curve until only the areas left of the positive z-score are shaded blue. So unclick this one, click this one. That's right?
That sounds right. Okay.
Okay. Type the desired area in percentiles. Okay, 80th percentile. So it'd be like 0.900. So 0.800. Okay. So let me put their number, 0.900, and then they say to click down here. And there is 1.287.
Okay.
Okay.
Where up above you have 0.900. Why do you have 0.900?
I put this number here so that I would know that my answer was correct for this 90th percentile, that these numbers come out right. So now what I'm going to do is come up in here
Okay.
and 0.2800.
Okay.
And because this is shaded and that's still shaded, when I click here,
So it is the 0.842.
0.842 is correct.
Okay.
Okay.
And so let's go back up here to this one again, and let's put in 35%.
Yes.
So the first one should be like negative
0.385.
Sweet.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. I think we're good.
Okay, hit our submit button and see how we are.
Quick question. What was 7 again? It was
B.
7 was B.
Okay, yeah. Just wasn't sure.
Okay, let's.
Okay.
Where's the? Is she still screen shooting her?
Yes. Yes, she is.
Okay. Oh.
All right. Did we get it all?
Okay. Go ahead and scroll to the top and see if we got all this right. So at 18 is 0.842. Okay. So be careful on that. You just changed your number 1 question to false.
Yeah. Oh wait, I didn't complete the individual prep though.
Oh, come on. Okay. So 1 false, true. 6 is C. 7 is B. 8 is 68.680. Oh, let's see. 80%, 0.860, 0.950, 0.997. The value rule. Good deal. Number 13. 0.385.
13.
What? No. 13 is 0.196.
196.
Oh, sorry, 0.196.
Okay.
Okay. I feel good about it. How about everybody else?
Yep.
I feel good. I think we were good.
Let's see what we are.
Oh.
Oh, Betsy.
16 and 18. So what did we do wrong there?
I don't remember I don't think that you used the asset for that. Like, I remember finding percentiles and I remember plugging them into formulas, but.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. I have to go. I have a study session in like 5 minutes.
No, you're good.
When does it start at?
Okay, I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, take care, Melanie.
Bye.
Are they just asking for the Z-score?
I don't think so. We're supposed to find percentiles.
They want you to find the proportion of the population, so it wants you to find a percentile of something. So Go to prep assignment.
So what was wrong on that? Was it 13 through 17?
No, it was 15, 16, and 17.
And 18.
Yeah, 15, 16, 17, and 18, sorry, yeah.
13 and 14 were right?
Yes.
Why would 14 have been right, but 15 have been wrong?
Unless we're figuring the wrong part of it.
Let me see if I can bring up Applet again.
Are you sure?
Because on that 15,
So it was...
it's a smaller number, but I wonder if it's supposed to be bigger because we're supposed to be figuring out what proportion of the population have a protein requirement that is less than 7.
So that should be a more inclusive number.
Right, so that should be a bigger number than the 0.284 because the one above it is 0.804 and the one above that is 0.196. So shouldn't it be? It should be a much bigger number. So if we can pull up Applet again, replug those numbers back in, and do that over.
Well, it should be about. It shouldn't be bigger than 0.8.
No.
But it should be bigger than. But see, it's. That makes sense though because it says less than 0.6 and then less than 0.7. It's a bigger number.
Right.
But 15 was wrong.
15, 16, 17, and 18 were wrong.
Okay.
Okay, so did we get the so we got 13.
13 and 14 were correct.
So the negative 0.857 was correct.
Say that again. 0. What?
What was the? Okay, sorry.
13 was 0.196.
14 was 0.804.
And then 15 we had 0.284, but that one was wrong.
Oh, okay. I guess this is what we did. So does that look right to us there? Because didn't we answer the question as being 0.571?
No, we didn't. We answered the question as 0.284, but 0.571 sounds more correct.
Well, here's the can you see my screen?
Yes.
So we got 0.571 and they want less than 70?
Yeah.
So can you see my mouse moving around?
Yeah.
So this is like 50%, right?
Yes.
And then this section right here represents an additional, because the whole thing has to be 1, right?
Correct.
So this is 75%. Is that correct? So I wonder if they're asking for this area number up here, 0.716.
That's a problem because we're looking for the proportion of the population.
That's less than
70.
Less than 70. This only represents what? Like 50% of people, right?
Not even 50. It's a little less than 50%. Your 50% is going to be right in the middle at 0.
Like from here over. So are we not supposed to find that whole value right there, you think?
I have no idea.
So how does 71% look?
What do you mean 71?
0.7160.
For number 15?
As being the answer instead of what we put.
Well, so when you put the other numbers in there with it, yeah, I mean, that does look more correct than what we had before. because that's closer to that area is closer to closer to the 70%.
Yeah, it's 0.7160.
Right. Hey, baby. I think that's right. No. Do you want to wear it? Do you want to wear it? Okay. Here.
So what was the question again?
It's what proportion of the population have a protein requirement that is less than 0.70 grams. And then it says P times kilograms minus 1 times D minus 1. But I think that 0.716 is right.
So I'm back at the homework here. Let me see. So okay, so here's how we find the area that we're looking for. So one of the examples was the women in Ghana, Ghana. It says type the z-score into one of the two boxes on the horizontal axis of the graph.
Okay.
If we're looking for things that are below, you shade to the left. So
Right.
you only shade this.
So we're looking for less.
Okay. So if you are looking for greater, then you
right.
shade that side. So in their case, they put down here 2.04. And then they click this box here because they want it to be less. And that's what they, let me see if that's what they come up, no, shoot, 2.04. And that was their answer there. So that's if it's less than our number. So if we put in our number, our z-score was, was it 0.571?
Well, in the reading.
There you go. There's that 0.716 again.
So that's right for 15.
Because if they're saying less than, you put in the homework they put 2.04. Actually, stop first here. So they only want they tell you to shade the area first, put in the value, and then click right here, and then that gives you the people that fall within in that z-score, or less than that, below that z-score.
Right.
So what we'll do is we'll come up here, we'll unshade that, and just click that, and put in that 0.571, and then we'll click, and there it is again. So
Then you're supposed to subtract that first number from the second number for number 17.
So that was number, is that number, was the z-score for number 0.571, right? So is it number 15? that the answer should be 0.7160.
Okay.
Okay, and then number 16 says what?
So then those two numbers that you had, you're supposed to subtract them from each other.
Are we at number, what's 15? So what's the question for 16? 16 is what's greater than something, right?
What's the probability that you're going to have something between 0.6 and 0.7? A randomly selected person.
Oh, so that's number 16?
Yeah.
What's 17?
The percentile, sorry. 35th percentile and the 80th percentile.
What happened to our z-score for the when we collected the z-score for negative 0.857?
I don't know.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm really sorry, did we figure out 15 then?
I don't know. I probably
Yes,
better go, and I'll probably just read up on stuff because I'm not following what you guys are doing a whole lot at this point.
Well, should we just call it and everybody work on it and finish it themselves, and then?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. If you guys want to keep looking around, that's fine. But
Well, I need to go, actually. I have an appointment.
all right, you guys are awesome.
Okay, we'll see you guys on Tuesday.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye.